Hello and welcome to Forays Tech. Today we have the top 10 hidden features in the iOS 11 update. So if you have the Apple iPad or iPhone, update it to any iOS 11. Unlock it right now and let's try these few features out you may not know. So let's begin. So for a long time, dark mode or light mode has been a feature anticipated by Apple users. Apple has developed not one but two clever viewing modes for the ease of viewing. So head over to Settings, General, Accessibility and Display Accommodations. Here we have the classic invert. Enabling this will simply change the blacks to whites and whites to blacks, affecting all the text, images, backgrounds, basically everything. Now the smart invert is intelligent. Enabling this, you will notice that it will change the blacks to whites and whites to blacks, but the images and the graphics, they all remain unaffected. So the icons and the images will not be looking alienated anymore, making it a lot more practical for everyday use. Now the second top feature is the customization of Control Center. Apple has revamped its Control Center in iOS 11 updates. The dull, boring Control Center can now be customized to your liking. Now you can head over to the settings and in Control Center you can go to Customize Controls. We can now see tons of useful items that can be moved to Control Center for quick access, including voice memos, low power mode, screen recording, which I'll be talking about later. In addition to that, if you can use the 3D touch, which is by deep pressing on a Control Center, you can find more related options popping out of it. For example, in camera you can take selfie, you can record video, you can record slow-mo, etc. Now if you tap back and you can go to timer, you can see the timer options there. Similarly in the torch you can set the level of light lighting through the torch, and also if you can try the Wi-Fi control area, you can access airplane mode, mobile data, Bluetooth, AirDrop, etc. So overall, the Control Center made getting to the settings part real easy by additional controls. Next up we have one of the best features, which is the screen recording. Now let us first put this feature in our Control Center. So we'll head over to Control Center, Customize Controls. Now let's add the screen recording to the control panel. Head back to the home screen. If you go to the Control Center now, you will find the screen recording there. Now hitting this will give us a 3-second timer to start, and thereof everything that happens will be recorded. It's a super useful feature. Now it doesn't record the audio as we speak. You can tap at the top right corner to stop recording, and the notification will be shown that the video has been recorded and has been placed in the gallery. Now let's pop down to photos, and here you will find the screen video recorded. Although late, but it's here now, and this feature will help particularly a lot of content creators. Next up is the screenshot and drawing features. To what was a simple screenshot, now pressing the power with home button screenshot will get you more out of it. Once the screenshot is snapped, you will find a thumbnail at the bottom left of the screen for a few seconds. To share the screenshot, simply press and hold for options to share. To do more with the screenshot, simply tap it, and it will expand on the screen with new markup tools, the pen, markers, highlighters with color options. You can zoom and crop the image. You can add signature to it, text to it as well. Interestingly, there is a magnifier too. Next up is the Do Not Disturb While Driving feature. Now safety is prime to all of us. The iOS 11 has the Do Not Disturb feature updated. So this option is accessible by going into the settings and then Do Not Disturb. Now this feature is redesigned and has 3 further options to how we can activate the Do Not Disturb. Firstly, it can be done through the old-fashioned way, which is manual. Next is, if your phone connects to your car's Bluetooth, it will activate automatically. But what I find the most useful is the ability to sense automatically when you're in the car and driving at a usual pace. You can even customize the Do Not Disturb message to your choice and even customize the auto reply list. Talking about the safety, the security is equally in the list of improvements made in iOS 11. Apple has added the SOS emergency feature in the update. If you are using iPhones older than iPhone 8, then pressing the button 5 times will initiate a call at 911 emergency services if you are in the US, or the local emergency teams in other countries. Now, iPhone 8 and Plus devices, you've got to press the power button along with either one of the volume buttons to bring on the SOS emergency menu. So for all times, precaution, this is a do-know feature for everybody, so do activate or get to know this feature at all times for your safety's sake. Now, over the past few years, the most anticipated segment of immersive experience is undeniably the virtual and augmented reality. iOS 11 comes with the augmented reality setup as well. So yes, the developers are making use of the AR kit. So let's try a couple of apps. This is the Stack AR app. Most of you have played it. As you can see, the tracking is getting better. Now, this has been done through the camera in the virtual space. It's not something spot on, but it's a good fun. Head over to the next app, which is AR Dragon app. It's a delight as well. It showcases the potential of AR growth even in smart devices. Now, the combination of environment with the gaming props, the characters, and even the immersive experience or the interaction with the screen or with the props is spot on. Next up is one of the most used feature by myself, definitely the document scanner. I've tried a lot of third-party scanning apps, but now it's available in the iOS itself. This was well needed. To use this, you just need to head to the Notes app, which has the scanner built in. It's very smart to analyze. Whenever you take a picture of a document, it will crop the corners to its edges by removing the hassle to adjust any skew and perspective issues. Once the scanning is done, you could always export this to doc and PDF, etc. So, Photos has been iPhone's strength, and iOS 11 has some very useful updates, mainly with the live photos. Taking a live photo with the yellow bullseye icon enabled on top, we can tap and hold to view the live photo. Now, you can edit the live photo, you can add effects to it, you can even adjust color settings. My favorite feature is whilst we are in the preview window, we can tap, hold, and swipe up. We can find 3 more live video options. First one is the loop, which does exactly what the name says. Then is the bounce effect, which we have seen in Boomerang and Instagram. Third one is the long exposure. Now, these presets are somewhat very useful and were well awaited. Thanks to Apple for finally bringing them as a built-in feature, and we don't have to rely on third-party apps for these features anymore. And finally, my 10th best feature in the iOS 11 is the Offload Unused apps. Now, we usually install apps, use them for a while, and then they are left for ages unused, taking up all this space. Now, head over to Settings, iTunes, and App Store. Scroll down to the bottom and select Offload Unused apps. Enabling this will uninstall apps automatically when being passive and unused for a certain period of time. Now, best thing is that the app's data will not be affected and will not be deleted. So whenever you install the app back again, you will find your previously saved data right in place. It's a good way to lighten up your phone and ease up some space too. So that wraps up my top 10 hidden features in the iOS 11. Thumbs if you like these, comment which one is your favorite feature, and subscribe to stay tuned for more. Till again, 4is Tech is signing out.